Hi guys, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. I'm keeping my voice kind of quiet because there are some ladies doing some Christmassy, I think, crafts. I don't really know exactly what they're doing. They're doing something centered around Christmas and I think giving to others in the next room, so I'm keeping my voice down. But it is Vlogmas Day 7. I did not really film anything yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. And it was just one of those long-winded days, and when I got home I was so sleepy, and so I just rested and I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and what else did I watch? I'm blanking on the movie. Oh, we watched It's a Wonderful Life, which is one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies, possibly one of my favorite movies. Also, the other day, I watched the movie Charade for the first time with Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn. I love Audrey Hepburn movies. I had never seen Charade, however, and that has escalated to like one of my top favorite movies of all time. It is so good. It is funny in places. It is dramatic. It has romance. It has kind of a sleuth no wire, smoking gun in the alleyway type feel in certain places, and fight scenes. It has everything imaginable. And it was such a fun movie. Today is Tuesday. I'm sitting on the floor in the music library, pulling some Baptist hymnal orchestra parts for the song Angels We Have Heard on High. There were some parts that I did not have for certain orchestra members who are going to be playing with us. So have the music, going to go scan that in. And then I have our Christmas staff party tonight right after work at Rolando's, which is going to be super yummy and super fun. And so yeah, so I'm taking you along my journey. I just got finished singing at a funeral, which is why I am dressed in all black. And it went really, really well. I'm always thankful because I always get super nervous. You want, music for a funeral to go really, really well for the family. And I think the service, honoring and celebrating her life was, really good. Yeah, went really smoothly. So I'm grateful to the Lord. And yeah, I'm gonna go get back to work and take you along my journey once again for Vlogmas Day 7, even though it is not December 7th anymore, it is December the 9th, but howdy friends. It is Wednesday, December 10th, and I have not been doing the greatest job of Vlogmas, like breaking it down into days. So what I think I'm going to do is just compile all the footage that I have done for this week and make it a weekly vlog. So like weekly Vlogmas, and just combine all those days. Like yesterday I filmed some, and then today is the first time that I have filmed anything. So I did not film any of the staff Christmas party. I just went and simply enjoyed being in the moment and getting to visit with lots of friends. It was wonderful. We went to Rolando's restaurant and it was absolutely delicious. We were in kind of like a private upstairs room. And so it was really, really great. Pastor Dave and I talked a lot about our favorite Christmas classics. And then I got to share with several people about my time in Disney World and just all of my favorite rides and the parks that we enjoyed and how my kids had a blast. And so we had really great conversation and lots of hugs and lots of Christmas cheer. So it was really, really great. Just to recap for you guys, I have another Christmas party tonight. It's our choir and orchestra Christmas party that I am going to be running an errand for pretty quickly. So I'll take you along with me for that and try to get just a little footage from our choir Christmas party tonight, which will conclude our choir rehearsals for the rest of the year. And then tomorrow night, I have a children's ministry leadership Christmas party as well. And so I don't know if I'll grab any footage from that. I might just go and simply enjoy. lots and lots of Christmas parties all happening this week. But something that I did just learn, not my grandma, but my husband's grandma Betty recently passed away and went to be with Jesus. And I think that she was really ready to go and be with Jesus, but that's still a hardship. I know that's a hardship for my in-laws and for Wesley and for JC, my sister-in-law. And so that's something that happened. Like I think I've already stated, I sang at a funeral, at someone's funeral yesterday, and I will also be singing at Grandma Betty's funeral on Friday. And so, yeah. So that's a bummer. That's going to be a hardship and a grief that will always be carried. But that's something that's happening this weekend. And then Saturday is going to be a really fun day because that is the day that I'm going to, number one, celebrate my niece's birthday on Saturday. And then I'm going to take my kids to Savers to do some Christmas shopping where they can pick out the clothes that they want. And then we're gonna go in the evening to see the Nutcracker. And I am so excited to go and watch the Nutcracker. The last time I saw it performed live, I was probably 5 or 6 years old. And so I barely remember any of that. As you can imagine, I'm almost 33 years old. So yeah, I'm super excited to go and watch a ballet. That's going to be the most amazing thing. And of course, I won't be able to film any of that. So it's just kind of me sitting here kind of recapping for you guys all the things that is happening. And so, yeah, but I have not done much Vlogmas, like splitting it up into days this week because, man, all the Christmas things are happening. I feel like I'm just going all throughout the day. So it's hard to kind of find a time to pause and to, you know, bring the camera up and everything like that. But that's okay. I think that just comes with the hustle and bustle of the first 2 weeks of the Christmas season. Especially me working at church. There's just all the Christmas events are happening one right after the other, right after the other. And next week should settle down, which means I will be cozying up and watching tons of Christmas movies. I have made a whole list. So I need to go through like some of that list with you guys about all the Christmas movies that I enjoy and that I also want to watch before Christmas Day arrives. I don't think I'll be able to get through all of them, but there's so many. There's White Christmas, Holiday Inn, there's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I already watched. There's While You Were Sleeping. There's The Holiday. There's Christmas in Connecticut. There's just so many. There's just so many that I want to watch. I've already watched Home Alone 1 and 2. I've already watched The Santa Claus. Yeah, there's so many wonderful Christmas movies that I would like to continue watching. A Christmas Carol is another good one. The Patrick Stewart version, which is my absolute favorite version. There are plenty of other good versions, but the Patrick Stewart one is my personal favorite. So yeah, so that's something that I really want to do. And then I also need to do all of my Christmas shopping. I have not completed my Christmas shopping at all. And then I will have wrapping or gift stacking to do. So we'll see what I take you along the journey with and what I don't and what I just like recap. But yeah, now I'm just rambling and now I just kind of have spaced out and don't know exactly what else to say. So I think I'm going to go and run my errands and enjoy this weekend and this Vlogmas that is continuing to kind of sort of happen. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to talk about me and my author life. To be honest, I have not done much writing in the past month. It's been very, very slow. I've been working on a project that I've just been so slow at for the time being because 'tis not the season for having the time to just write and write and write like I was able to earlier in the year. I feel like I have done a lot of writing really in the past year and a half, a ton of writing where I finished book 2 of the Ezra City Chronicles. I republished and indie published book 1 and then worked really hard to publish book 2 really quickly afterwards. I have a romantic fantasy book that is finished and needs editing that I believe I'm going to be starting very, very soon. And then I also have another project that is more of a science fantasy, set in an alternate universe, set in modern day period. And I've never really written modern day science, kind of futuristic, yet set in modern day. That sounds confusing. It's a science fantasy, and it's much different from anything that I've ever written before, hence probably why it's a bit more slow going, but it is super fun. It's also a spy thriller, so I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. But I think I'm about to switch gears to edit my romantic fantasy, which is set in a fantastical world, but also set in like kind of a more medieval-like period. And then my Ezra City Chronicles, the Evergreen and the Silver Tree and Evergreen and the Sapphire Cathedral, technically that's set in modern day, but they are in a fantasy land, Ezra City, which lives very primitively. So it doesn't always feel like it's modern. So anyway, but this book, the Project Spy and Elements is what I'm kind of calling it, or Project Chasing Danger, that is definitely set in like modern day Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, that's a lot. And I have not been able to write, and I have not done much editing, and it's the season for just, I think, cozying up with your family and friends whenever you can seize the opportunity. I think this is a time for reflection and for slowing down when you can. And so that's kind of what I'm taking the opportunity to do amongst the hustle and bustle that I've been having to do, like having to go through my to-do lists and accomplish things, you know, at work for this Christmas event and this Christmas party and this, you know, advertisement and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And so, but when I get home and everything's Christmassy and I can turn on the Christmas lights and cozy on the couch with some hot chocolate or some tea and watch a Christmas movie with my husband or with my kids or play a board game, then, you know, that's kind of what I am seizing the opportunity to do in this period of time. But that being said, if I am able to do any editing or any writing at all, I will definitely give you like little sneak peeks in this Vlogmas, either this week or next week or as I continue going. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here and stop rambling and get back to work, but this was a good chat. So bye. Hello everyone, it is Sunday afternoon and this has just been a crazy busy week all the way around with Christmas parties and then singing at 2 funerals and lots of family things. 2 nieces have had or are having today birthday parties that I'm going to, and gonna take pictures later on this evening for my brother and my sister-in-law and their family. I've done that for the past few years, taken their Christmas pictures. So anyway, I think it has just been a busy week and I have not done the best job at picking up my phone and actually filming much of everything. I will say, there's my husband pulling in the garage, but the Nutcracker was super amazing. The ballet dancers were incredible, and there were a couple of professional ballet dancers who were just top notch. So that was a wonderful experience last night, getting to watch the Nutcracker. And then, yeah, I think basically I'm going to close out the vlog here and say Merry Christmas and pick it up again starting tomorrow. And then, yeah, I might show myself making some mulled apple cider later. That is something that I might do and add to the end of this very long and sporadic and chatty vlog. And basically just say it's Sunday and rest, take a Sabbath day, and I'm excited to be able to do that and just chill with my family. Yes, I'm going to a birthday party. Yes, I'm taking some pictures, but it's all with my family. And then I was thinking I'll just pop into Walmart, get some stuff to make mulled apple cider, come home, make the house smell really, really good, do a little bit of cleaning, do some Christmas movie watching or some board game playing, and just have a ball. So my encouragement to you is spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones this afternoon. By the time you're watching this, it won't be Sunday afternoon, but take a Sabbath day for yourself. Remember to do that so that you don't get burned out. And I will see you very soon.